We have a new name or two hanging around the top of the leaderboards from last week, to include the 10 Cup standings. One newbie made his debut in the Thursday Stableford with a Shores personal low, and in a poor effort to capture any video from last week's rounds. I have absolutely no video proof of this imposter, nor his seemingly unbelievable performance on Thursday. I do have results from our 3 covered rounds from last week, and there's been a slight change to how cup points are earned. I have it all for you on this 3rd edition of Shore Central.
Walking by, people riding bikes, stopping, talking, photographing where the water meets the sky. Where's the rolling, boats are sailing, toast testing the water. The sand gets a little bit harder.
Hello, Misfits, and thank you for joining us for episode 3 of Shore Central. I'm Jay. Let's get right into it. Like I said, I don't have any video coverage from last week's round, but I do have results. Let's take a look at those. Wednesday was a pretty shitty day, and only 4 teams made it out. B-Day and I discussed it, and we decided that on Wednesday, only the teams that are paid out will earn cup points. As there were only 4 teams this past Wednesday, only 1 team was paid, so only 1 team will earn points, and that will be the winning team from last Wednesday. Let's take a look at those results. Scott R. and Mark W. par for the course on that. Par winning the scramble. They're going to get the 4 points with their 35. Second place, Darren P. and Brian. They come in 1 over. Hunter and Daniel tied Jim and JC 2 over. That's your 4 teams. Let's move on to Thursday, which was a much prettier day by weather. And a newbie come out and showed his ass, shooting his personal best on Thursday and winning the Stableford by 5 points with a plus 10. Let's take a look at who that imposter is in these standings, and what do you know? It's yours truly, shooting a personal best 75 at the Shores Thursday and needing to pull 23, ultimately pulling 33. Gary Allen, my closest contender, with plus 5, needing 20, pulling 25. Larry needing 33 with a 37, he's plus 4. BG needing 14 with 16, he's plus 2. DuPont, he needed 18, he got 19, he's plus 1. Kenny Robshaw, him breaking even, 39 for 39. We'll give him a half a point for that. Falling just below the line there, minus 1 is going to be George Huff. Then Greg Cohn, he's going to be minus 2. Let's look over at that second page. John tied with Greg there with a minus 2. Barrett Huff, minus 4. That's out of character for him. Whitty, minus 6. He's on a little bit of a streak there. We hope things get better for him. Andy Benson, also a minus 6. Dave, welcome back, Dave Mullins. We knew it was going to be a rough day for you. We're just glad you could make it out. Should these points not reflect how we hope you will recover ultimately. Little look at the skins. These are not redeemable for 10 cup points. However, George Huff claiming 2 skins on 1 and 6. Larry claiming 2 on 2 and 5. Barrett with 1 on 13, and Kenny Robshaw with a skin on 18. Only 7 players made it out for Friday's skins game, or as we should more appropriately call it, the John Drury Show. After scoring a less than impressive minus 2 in the previous day's Stableford, John Drury claimed up half of the 10 skins on Friday. Let's take a quick peek at those results. There it is, John Drury. Look at you, my man. 5 skins. 1, 5, 11, 14, and 16. My man, way to spread those out and play consistently through the course. BG getting 3 skins, 2, 15, and 17. John Perez, you're pretty consistent with the skins here recently, my man. You get 1 on 8. pretty sure you had one on 8 not too long ago. And yours truly earning a skin on number 12. Also earning myself an additional cut point, which I kind of want to ask your opinion. Should I even be qualified from my position to earn cut points? I'm probably going to do it anyway, but I'd love to know what you think down in the comments. Please let me know. We'll get to those in a little bit, but first, I want to thank our recent subscribers there. We appreciate you doing that. We appreciate your love. Also, let me remind you that if you aren't following St. Augustine Shores Golf Club on Facebook and subscribe to Shores Central here on YouTube, then we ask that you please do that. It's a great way to show us your support for the show. Okay, here's your update to the Cup standings. BG hanging at the top 2 weeks in a row. He's got 16 total, and then look at me. There I am claiming a second place in my first week with 11. Kenny Robshaw right behind me with 7.5. John Drury on his heels with 6.5. We have a three-way tie for fifth. Barrett Huff, Sam, and Gary Allen. George Huff and DuPont on their heels, a half a point behind. And Whitty tied for 10th with a group of guys here. Mike, Terry, Scott, Mark, and Larry. Greg Cohn holding 16th down by himself, a half point behind those guys. Texas George, Andy Benson, John Perez, B-Day right on their asses. The last page here, Matt and Caleb with 2 points. And then John Paul, Hal Watkins, Al Cole, Dan, Matt, and Brent all with 1 point each. Since I didn't have a whole lot of video, I figured I'd share those standings with you in their entirety. That's about all I've got for you. We hope you enjoy your week. But before I let you go, a special thanks to Trevor Compton and Chubby McGee for the music. You can find their information and link in the description below. And of course, a special thanks to Claire for all she does for the Shores and the show. On behalf of Shores Central and the entire Shores fam, please fill your divots, tip the staff, Matt's only. I'm Jay, you're not. That's a wrap.
She puts on her tube top with that beer gun hanging out. Shorts cut up to God knows where. We're moving in it down.